Λοιπόν, έχουμε μαζί μας τον John στην άλλη άκρη της γραμμής. Hello, John. Are you listening?
Hello there, how are you?
Just fine. Are you in London? Okay, home.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, nice day, sun's out.
Mm-hmm. Give us a picture about the only ones. You're back in business.
Yeah, we had 27 years off, needed a rest, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Do some shopping, see a bit of football. So we had 27 years off and then we reformed.
Can we expect a new album soon, I think?
Yeah, we're working on that at the moment. We're going to record it this summer. It looks likely we'll record it in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which is part of Boston, where I did the new Lemonheads album, where the Pixies used to record. It's just a great studio with a lot of great records came out of it.
Yeah.
And it's full of all the old analog equipment that used to be in the London studios in the 70s when we recorded our original albums.
John, we have the three records, the three first records again on the market with extra tracks, very interesting. Tell me some things about your debut album back in the 70s. You know, some details maybe.
Yeah, well, in a way it's hard to think of it as an album because most bands block book a studio and then go in and record an LP. This record was very much, we would have a song, we'd go in and record it. We'd have a couple of songs, a month later we'd go in and record them. And then when we had enough songs for an album, we put them together and looked around for a record company to issue them, and they ended up on what was CBS then, and which is now Sony.
Yeah.
So it was done in many different studios over the course of about 1 year.
Can you tell me some details maybe about the classic wonderful track, Another Girl, Another Planet?
Yeah, that was a song that Peter came up with very quickly.
Yeah.
We rehearsed it and it came together in no time. You know, some songs take a while to develop. Other songs just fly together. And that one just came together in no time. When I did the guitar part, which, you know, everybody knows it, kind of by it, I didn't even realise I was doing the master take. I was doing a take to check the sound and to check the levels. And I went into the studio to say, okay, you know, back into the control room to say, shall I take one? And everyone went, no, you've got it. That's it. That's the one.
Okay. John, is there any plan for an Athens gig maybe?
Oh, definitely. We want to play over there. I've been to Greece a lot myself. The band never played there. But,
I know. Yeah.
You know, I spent a lot of time, and I know we got fans in Athens, so we're dying to play over there. Hopefully this summer.
What about the Greek islands, John? I know that you've got some very interesting stories with Patti Paladin and the legendary Johnny Sanders from Santorini.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I went on holiday with Suzanne Thunders and Patti. We got on the ferry at Piraeus that was going to Amorgos, which we thought would take about 4 or 5 hours. But of course, the boat stopped at about 12 islands en route. So the journey took 20 hours. The cabins were all gone, so we had to sleep on deck. I've got some photographs up at MySpace of us kind of waking up in the morning in the freezing cold dawn on the deck. We had every item of clothing that we owned on because it was so cold on deck. But it was great. It was a lot of fun.
John, what about your memories from your collaboration with Marianne Faithfull? Can you tell me some things maybe?
Yeah, Marianne's funny. She's one of those people I seem to meet every 10 years. And you can imagine Marianne meets a lot of people.
Yeah.
And every time I meet up again with Marianne, she says, remind me who you are. I know you, but remind me who you are. So I've worked with her in London in the 70s when she first started making records again, the late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
I did some stuff with her in New York in the 80s when she was at Right Track on 48th Street.
Yeah.
At that time, well, no, actually, I better not tell the story. It gets involved in her domestic life, so I won't tell that story. But it was an eventful time. Usually, when you work with Marianne, something eventful happens.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There are usually disasters or trouble of one sort or another.
Mm-hmm. Okay, John. And what about John Peel? I know that you're still in love with the Pirate Radio's era. Tell me some things about Perfume Garden, you know.
Oh, well, that was just great. I mean, to get the background for this, you have to understand how lame the BBC radio was in 1966, 67. There was maybe 6 hours of pop music a week on the radio, whereas the Pirates were pumping out music 24 hours a day. Peel turned up from California bringing all the new West Coast records that just, I mean, nobody in England had heard at that point. So, like, I think a lot of people of my generation, we would sort of like, because he was on the midnight shift, you know. You'd lie in bed when the radio waves travel furthest at midnight, and you would just hear these great records sort of crackling through the air. And,
very important.
Just, you know, Moby Grape.
Yeah, Moby Grape. What a wonderful band. Yeah.
Oh, man, what a great band.
Yeah, great band.
Yeah.
Okay, John. Yeah.
It was fabulous, you know. It was, you know, because I listened very closely to music, and I thought I knew most of the bands that were going, but Peel Show just introduced a whole new, great new block of bands from California that we'd never heard before, that misunderstood.
Yeah.
Loads and loads of bands. So, you know, Peel was on Radio 1 for 30 years, but to me, his most influential period was those days back on Radio London. And there was all the romance of the pirate ships too, you know? Yeah. When the sea was rough and the boat was rocking, the needle would skip off the record. You know, it just had all the fun of the outlaw.
Okay, John, thank you very, very much for your time, for your interview here on Channel Am. Okay.
A pleasure.
We'll be in contact.
We look forward to meeting you when we're in Athens.
Be sure. Okay.
All right. Goodbye now.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let the picture speak. It's called Breaking Down.